All right, let's speak now to Joseph HAYNES DAVIS. He is a lawyer and a journalist and joins us from Orlando, Florida. Mr. Davis, opening arguments were held on Monday with both the prosecution and defense painting different versions of how and why Floyd died. At the center of the prosecution's argument is that 9+ minute video of Officer Chauvin kneeling on Floyd's neck, which some people say is clear evidence of guilt. But do you think this case is an open and shut case?
Well, thank you for that question. And I can tell you that you can never guess accurately what a jury is going to do. So to your question as to whether or not it's an open and shut case, I would say no, because all we've had is opening arguments. Always keep in mind that the state has to prove everything, and the defense has to prove nothing. So in this instance, the state so far is relying on the 9-minute, 29-second tape, and so far, testimony from 3 witnesses who were there in the instant moment when Mr. Floyd passed on, apparently as a result of the knees, and I'm using plural, the knees on Mr. Floyd from Mr. Chauvin. He had a knee on the neck and he had a knee in the middle of the back, according to the opening statement by Mr. Blackwell and what we saw so far yesterday.
So what are you expecting ultimately for this trial to come down to? And I know we're expecting it to last about 4 weeks. What do you expect to take place over the next 4 weeks?
Well, the defense obviously is going to introduce other pieces of evidence that they hope will weigh equally, if not more, to the 9-minute and 29-second tape. If you recall, Mr. Nelson, who is the defense attorney who who in his opening statement basically signaled where the defense is going with the defense of Mr. Chauvin, mentioned something called bait stamps, the bait stamp system, which is there for the preservation of the integrity of over 50,000 bait stamps, which are pieces of evidence. So what the defense is trying to do is introduce more evidence so that the jury can look at other pieces of evidence other than this 9-minute and 29-second tape, which is very powerful, which is the cornerstone of the case. And we can basically all agree that it is not only the cornerstone of the case, but it has been shown over and over and over again worldwide. So the defense has to be able to some degree, attack the tape, but attack the tape with other pieces of evidence that hopefully the jury will put value in, and as a result will acquit the accused.
You talk about the attention this case has gotten worldwide, and of course everybody has seen that horrifying video many, many times, and this trial is also being broadcast live. Is there any concern that because of all the attention surrounding this case that there might not be a fair trial?
Well, analysts like myself, journalists like yourself, and people around the world are going to have an opinion on that. And may I add for your viewers and everyone watching that the jury is not sequestered. The jury goes home every evening. Now, I don't know what kind of effect that is going to have on the trial. You would hope that the jury follows the instructions of the judge when he releases the jury to say, basically, when you go home, don't watch any TV, don't discuss the trial, keep it to yourself, and only pay attention to the admitted evidence. You would hope the jurors who have taken an oath will do that based upon their oath. So as to whether or not it's a quote unquote fair trial, it so far is the best system that we have, in addition to the fact that I don't know if anyone could be sequestered given the fact that we have the global pandemic that we have.
Many people are saying that this trial will be a pivotal moment in race relations. But I spoke with a professor yesterday and asked her essentially the same question, because a lot of people thought that about the protests we saw over the summer last year, because fundamentally nothing really seems to have changed. I want to know what your thoughts are on that. Do you think that there will be change after this trial?
Well, in different communities, different leaders, different elected officials, and I would even say different prosecutors around the nation are changing their process to prosecutions and criminal activity and so forth. Now, as far as race relations, only time will tell, because we don't know what really is in the hearts of men and women, not only in this nation, but around the world. You would hope that race relations will get better. And to some degree, they have gotten better, but other arguments can be made that they have not, or they are regressing. So only time will tell.
All right, we'll leave it there. Joseph Haynes Davis in Orlando, thank you so much. Well, also